So this next comment comes from the SV Show 99. He says, how would you fix a lack of care in someone if he wants to start dating for fun? He says, I feel unmotivated for actually getting a girl and having to deal with her. Otherwise, I feel like I would spend a lot of time going for it. And so from my own personal experience and from what I've observed helping other men, SV Show 99, the best thing for you to get motivated is to stop replacing your intimacy in other areas. Okay? More likely than not, I'm just going to bet you're probably getting this intimacy from digital sources like porn, maybe even AI, chat rooms, right? Reddit feeds. Those things are not going to help you get motivated to talk to women. If we look at what motivation is, it is the complete, total, and opposite of deprivation. All right? When you are deprived of something, you are going to be motivated. When you have an abundant amount of a thing, you're not going to want to pursue it. Okay? When you have no money in your bank account, you're going to be much more willing to go to work. When you have no food in your stomach, you're going to be at the point where you're ready to go through garbage cans, right? But if you're supplementing love and intimacy and companionship with digital sources, almost like you're castrating yourself, well then yeah, you're not going to be too enthusiastic about going out and talking to women and trying to have sex and, building these relationships that are fulfilling and worthwhile and satisfying. Okay? If you have a lack of care towards women, I really like this dichotomy. Okay? If we are to look at a heterosexual man and how he behaves, like just visually what we can see with our eyes, and then we compare that to a pornosexual man, all right? Two different sexualities. The heterosexual man, he gets off with women. He is motivated to sleep with women. He enjoys sleeping with women, right? That's just what we can see with our eyes, as opposed to the man who's jerking off behind his phone. Right? He gets off to screens. He is motivated to scroll through Reddit feeds, right? He gets off inside of chat rooms with strangers, okay? Two different sexualities. Now, I'm assuming that you're straight. You watch my content, you leave comments, you want to go talk to women. So start to act like you're straight, right? Start to set the expectation for yourself that I'm not going to masturbate. I'm not going to watch porn. And the least that I'm willing to settle for is sex with a woman. That's it. And when you go 3 or 4 days without blowing a load, I know that's a little bit vulgar, right? Or descriptive. But you go 3 or 4 days without blowing a load, I promise you, you're going to be ready to go outside and start talking to girls. Right? Once you set that expectation for yourself, okay? But to get back to your original point, your lack of care to go out and, develop, your dating skills and to find a suitable partner, someone who you might want to be in a long-term relationship with, that lack of care and that lack of motivation is coming from the fact that you are supplementing what a relationship would be giving you. Okay? It's almost like you're taking drugs instead of having a family. Right? They both are playing the same role, but one is obviously better than the other. It might take a little bit of self-work. You might have to look in the mirror and ask yourself, why have you chosen this? Why was it that in middle school or in high school, I started down this path rather than that path, right? And ultimately, the answer won't really matter. At the end of the day, you just need to change your behavior. Whatever answer is going to make you do that, whatever story or narrative you spin up that you find satisfying enough for you to change your behavior, that's the one you should stick with. But at the end of the day, you just need to change your behavior to be more in line with that of a heterosexual man, okay? Rather than a pornosexual man, all right? That would be my advice to you. That's all that I have. Hopefully you guys got something good out of this. If you did, leave a comment. I might be able to make a video like this for you. Besides that, like, subscribe, and share this with a friend. And if you are interested in being able to land your first date in the next 30 days, click on the link in the description below. It's going to take you to an online community filled with other single men who are working on building up frame and developing dating skills. It's completely free, and you're going to be able to swap notes, find a wingman. You're also going to find a 30-day challenge, which is going to outline all the steps you need to take in order to land your first date in the next 30 days, because it is that easy. That's all I have for you guys. See you in the next one.